Well, good afternoon. Here we are again. This is a preview of what we will be doing next Monday night in class. Now that we've pretty well resolved pulling cylinders, now it's time to put some shape to them and have a little bit of fun. So we're going to start with a ball. This is a 1 1/4 pounds of clay. That's what I generally use when I make a cup. So we'll start with that and center it. Again, using the same techniques we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks. I think you'll find, and it's real important at this point that you do weigh out that 1 1/4 pounds, that you'll find the centering is a lot easier and all the steps will be a lot easier now that we've taken it down to a little smaller scale. So I'm going to take and go ahead and open this up like we normally do. And since cups generally have flat bottoms, what we're going to need to do is make sure that when we pull this open that we make a nice right angle cut at the bottom of our pot or our cup. And again, I've said before that we're going to establish the size of our pot by how big the bottom is. So I'm going to open this up to how big I want the inside of my cup to be, which is then going to dictate how big the outside is going to be. Remember, clay shrinks about 15%, so you want to make a cup big enough that when it does shrink, it's big enough to get a cup of coffee in. So I'm going to make a couple of pools here. Pull this up to about the height I want my cup to be. And now I'm going to make one more little pool that's going to establish the rim of my cup. Now, this is a shape that I use a lot. It's one of my favorite shapes for cups that I make. So I'm going to leave a little bit of extra clay here at the top. Take my trimming tool and undercut this bottom, which is going to establish the foot of my cup. There's this extra clay. So now we got, and to finish this particular cup shape, it's fairly simple. I'm going to push out the bottom just a little bit and push the sides in with my rib, using the curve of the rib to give the cup some shape. Clean up the bottom just a touch. And then I'm going to put a little bit of a dent here in the top. Just a little bit. Put a little bit of decoration where the two come together. Press that edge because you want to be sure that you have a nice smooth edge where your lip meets the cup. And we have a basic cup shape. I'm going to throw another one of a different shape, so I'm going to get another piece of clay. So we got another ball of clay, and again, weighed out exactly 1 1/4 pounds. And that's real important. It'll give you a gauge on where to go if you want to make cups that look the same or similar. It's just a good thing to get in practice of doing when you're throwing repetitive cups. So again, I'm going to get her centered up here. And pull my cylinder. Again, Make sure that this bottom that I pull is the inside diameter I want for my cup. And start pulling the cylinder. And the pulling the cylinder process is exactly what we've been doing for the last couple of weeks, just on a little smaller scale. One of the things you need to do between now and class is just kind of look around the house and on the internet, whatever, at cup shapes that you like. It'll give you some kind of idea when we start shaping where you want to go with your cup and your cup shape. I pulled just a regular cylinder here, and now we're going to go the other way with this one. Instead of going in like we did on the last one, on this one we're going to go out. So I'm going to take my flexible metal rib here and bring the clay out to it. Kind of a round, cuppy sort of shape here. Bring the neck in just a little bit. Just a nice little round shape there. And I always like to make a difference, a delineation between the rim of my cup and the bottom of my cup. So I'm going to incise a couple of lines right here. There's a couple of things. I can break the glaze there. Convenient place to do that. And also it gives us a place to stop the glaze and a little bit of decoration. Remove some of this excess clay on the bottom so it'll be ready to trim once it sets up. So that's kind of what we'll be doing on Monday night. Like I say time and time again, try to make time to get in and practice, and we'll see you next Monday night.